Hello everyone, my name is Shambhavi. Hope you all are doing well. So how are you all guys? How is everything going at your end everyone? And maybe like how are you spending up your time? How are you doing your preparations? Everyone just let me know and we'll be starting in for today. Just give me a minute, I'll just open the PPT and even I'll just check in your chats also. So yeah, how are you all doing everyone? How is everything going at your end guys? Especially how are you all? I would just give me a minute, I'll just open in your chats also. Okay, so yeah, very good evening Harshit, very good evening. Very good evening. Okay, let's start in for 3. So, right now you're going to save to 60% off with your 6 months of free extension onto GATE and ESE for the CS and IT subscriptions. Okay, so you can join in the Prarambh and the Vishwas batches for GATE and PSC 2025 and 26, which is going to start on 16th of December 2023. It means that it already has started, but still, in case you want to enroll into these, you can surely go ahead and enroll into these batches and study about the same. Okay, so the Plus and Iconic. So duration for the Plus and Iconic goes like duration is 12 plus 12 plus 6 free months, 15 plus 6 free months, and 24 plus 6 free months. This is all a duration which is absolutely similar for your Plus and for your Iconic subscriptions also. Okay, this offer was valid till 16th of December. Still, if you want to enroll and take in these courses, you can surely go ahead, do that particular thing. Very good evening everyone, very good evening. So you can use the code which is SHA10, okay, for getting any maximum discount on all of your courses, whatever you're going to enroll. So for the details, you can reach out for 8585858585 and you can just visit over the platform for the same. Right, so terms and conditions are applicable onto the platform. It is for 1 year and above subscriptions. Okay, so yeah, this is what you had in terms of the batch which is going on, right? You can use in my code SHA10 for getting in a maximum discount over the same. Okay, so you can save to 60% off with the 6 months of free extension for your GATE CS 90 subscriptions. What benefits you get in terms of the Plus or maybe in terms of the Iconic batches, we will discuss about the same. So the Plus benefits you get in the Plus and in the Iconic both subscriptions. High quality printed notes, you do not get that in the Plus, but you only get it in the Iconic. Okay, one-on-one live mentorship, do not get that in the Plus, but you get it in the Iconic. And customized out solving, you do not get that in the Plus, but you get it in the Iconic. So this is how the Plus and Iconic have been divided in terms of what you get and what you do not get, right? So there is 12 plus 6 free months of the discounted price, okay, for the Plus, and even for the Iconic. Also for the Plus it is 33,839 and for the Iconic is 44,639. Further, it has been spread into 15 plus 6 and 24 plus 6 free months. You can just check that out. Okay, still, very good evening Shashank, very good evening. So still, if you want, you can enroll into these batches. Okay, you can use in my code SHA10 for getting the maximum discount for the same. The Prarambh batch will start for the GATE and PSUs 2025 for the CS and IT. It already started on 16th of December. The language is Hindi plus English, CS, and it is going to be the batch number 8. So we'll be starting with the C programming and data structures and the computer networks. Okay. And second is the Vishwas batches. The batches for GATE and PSU 2026 CS and IT. It's going to be for the 16th December, Hindi plus English, CS, and the batch number 8. So we'll be starting with the C programming and the data structures and the computer networks also. Okay, this is all what you will be getting up. So the list of books, we'll be starting with the GATE, CS and IT for the Iconic subscriptions. Okay, so we'll be starting with the digital logics, operating system, programming and data structures, theory of computation, computer networks, database management system, compile design, computer organization architecture, discrete mathematics, algorithm, engineering mathematics and aptitude. These are all the books that will be delivered to your home within 15 days if you are taking the Iconic subscriptions. So I told you about hey Sashant, welcome to live stream. Hi, welcome. So I told you all that we are having up the Iconic and Plus 2 types of subscriptions, right? So in case you're taking up the iconic subscription, these all are the books that will be delivered to your home within 15 days of time. Okay. So nothing can stop you from chasing a gate, chase 90 dream. You can get started with no cost EMIs and 0% interest onto the loan for as low as rupees 3,599 per month. Okay. So in case you cannot like take the course completely in one go, that's not a worry. You can just simply take that onto the EMIs and you can just work with the same. So the process is very simple. You get the approval in 2 hours, you get the manual paperwork and a flexible tenures also. Okay. So right away, there is all in your mock test series which is going for GATE 2024, means upcoming GATE. Hey Vivek, very good evening, very good evening. Okay, so yeah, this is the all in your mock test which is going for GATE 2024. So you actually get a complete experience for the exam, kind of a GATE for the GATE 2024. So you get an exam like experience for the GATE 2024. On 17th December, it was one of the exams it already has passed in, and on 24th, means upcoming Sunday, you will again be having the same exam. Okay, so the branch for this is going to be CSIT. The time is 9:30 to 12:30. The EE 9:30 to 12:30, and for ECE, CE, ME, and CH timing is 2:30 to 5:30. Okay. So the QR code which is mentioned over here onto the screen, you can just use this QR code, scan this, and you can just enroll completely for free of cost for this particular exam. Okay, and in case whatever the ranks you'll be getting the scholarship based over those ranks. So if you get a rank between 1 to 10, 100% scholarship, 11 to 60, 75%, 61 to 250%, 201 to 500, 25%. Okay. So this is all what you can do up over here, and these are all the Unacademy learners who have already cracked out GATE 2023. Perfect guys. So yeah, this was what I had first of all in terms of letting you know about what is right now going on to the Unacademy, what things do we have up over here. Right, first of all, this was all what I had to let you know about these particular things. Okay, fine. So just give me a minute. Perfect. So, as you all know, we had already, just a minute. So, as you all know, we already had started on with your preparation, with your unsupervised learning. Right? We already have started with your unsupervised learning. So, today we will be learning about the clustering in detail. So, if you have attended my yesterday's lecture, you might have seen that we are already started with the unsupervised learning. We have done a little things about the unsupervised learning also. Okay, so today into this particular class I'll be talking in detail about the clustering. Okay, what are the clustering algorithm which we have in, how does it work, the advantages, disadvantages, and everything I'll be working and discussing with you people here in the detail. So before that, I just want everyone to once let me know that what do you mean by unsupervised learning. Right? If you have attended my yesterday class, you might have gotten the idea that what exactly do we mean by unsupervised learning. Right? We have discussed a lot about this particular thing yesterday. So you all let me know that according to you what unsupervised learning is. I'm so sorry, just a minute. Yeah. So yeah, everyone just let me know that what do you mean by unsupervised learning. According to you, what unsupervised learning is, guys? I guess the camera is now okay. Just give me a minute. Yeah, it's okay now. Fine, tell me, what do you mean by unsupervised learning? Everyone. Yes, everyone, let me know what do you mean by unsupervised learning. According to you, what unsupervised learning is? Vivek, machine learns without human supervision. Okay, fine Vivek, right? right? What about the rest, everyone, guys? According to you people, what is clustering? Sorry, what is unsupervised learning? See, I just want that everyone should respond me over here into the class. Okay, 1 second. Fine. So I'll just discuss it with you that what do we mean by unsupervised learning. So see, unsupervised learning is something where you train in the machine and the data which you give to the machine, that is neither classified nor labeled, right? So you do not have any prior training in the data based over the similarities, based over the differences, based over all the factors. You only have to like take the data, train a particular model, and then you have to work. In supervised, what was happening, you have that how does that respective thing look like, right? You have that idea that okay, how does this maybe how does a dog look like, right? Or how does a cat look like? You have that previous training of the data. But under unsupervised learning, you do not have anything. You just have to make that model onto your own, and onto your own only you have to test that respective thing. Okay, that is what unsupervised learning is. Harshit, unsupervised learning is the ability of a model to learn by itself without any supervision, and one by unlabeled dataset. Yeah, absolutely right, Harshit. That is absolutely right. Right? Now, I would discuss with you people about the clustering in detail. Okay, I'll be discussing with you all about the clustering in detail. That what exactly we mean by clustering. Okay, what exactly clustering is, what are the types under clustering, everything we will be seeing up over here. So rather we had discussed about the clustering a little bit yesterday, that what clustering is exactly, but I'll start in again from over here today. Okay, so listen to me. So clustering, what it is a kind of a method like which helps you to group the data. Right. Now, grouping of that data is done in a way that all the similar points are grouped together. Okay, where all the similar data points are grouped together. That is what you do here under the clustering. Okay. So, whatever the objects are there which are having maybe the possible similarities, they are all kept in one group. Right. So that is how a clustering is being done. So let's say I want to cluster, I want to differentiate, and I just want to make a group of the people who have scored more than 90% into the exams, right? So all the students who have scored more than 90% into the exam, they will be grouped in one particular place, right? That will be a cluster, a grouping of the people, right? And apart from that, let's say I want to cluster all the students who have got failed in the exam. So for all those people, a separate group will be made. So yeah, that is how the different groups are being made in terms of whatever we have, like the criteria or however you just want to put the data points. That is how the clustering is being made out. Fine, that is what clustering exactly is. Harshit, do we have any? No, Harshit, as of now we don't have any Telegram channel for your GATE GA. But yeah, in case you people say, we can maybe go ahead with that, or in case I can just have a word with the team also about the same only. Okay, yeah. So how now? See, how does it clusters the different kinds of data? Okay, let me do one thing. Let me make a diagram over here, and I'll just show you how does it simply differs. Right? Let's say I have these all data consisted in one. Okay. let's say there's a different kind of a data which I have in. Now when I will be applying in my clustering technique, whenever I'll be applying my clustering into it, what it will do? It will cluster all of these data separately. So let's say I am having this 1, 2, 3, 4 squares. So these all 4 squares will be counted in one. Then I have circles. So let's say these 3 circles are there. Then we are having triangles also. Right, so let's say these 3 triangles. Then we are having the stars also. Right, so my clustering will do this for me. Right, it is going to separate all of these and cluster all of these particular according to the pattern. Means what is the shape, what is the size, what is the color, what is the behavior. Based over all of these factors, it is going to cluster out all of my data. Okay, based over the different kind of the, I would say, the pattern. So see here, pattern is key. Some are rectangle in shape, some are triangle in shape, some are star in shape, some are a circle in the shape. Right. So accordingly, what it did, it simply clustered up, it simply separated based over the shape of these, based over the thing, and then it simply have clustered all of these into the 4 portions. Okay, that is how the clustering exactly works. Okay, so clustering is actually an unsupervised learning method, right? So if you are having unlabeled data, you can just work with the unlabeled data also. Okay, now what happens, how does, like, see, now it is clustered, right? Now how do you know that I have to work with this particular one? How do you differentiate, right? How do you differentiate that particular thing? So what happens when this particular, all the data has been clustered, right? So there is one cluster ID. Okay, there is one thing which is known as cluster ID. So these all clusters are provided with this cluster ID. Okay, then our machine learning system, the model which we are using, that particular model or the system, it uses that particular ID to simplify and to process my large and the complex data sets. Okay, that is how it exactly works, right? So once my clustering technique has been applied, each cluster or whatever the group I am having up over here, this is given a one cluster ID. Now my machine learning model, that particular model will work with this particular with this ID for simplifying the processing of the large and the complex data sets, right? So this clustering technique which we, like the clustering techniques which we use, that are commonly known as statistical data analysis. So in case you ever like get to listen this term, which is statistical data analysis. Statistical data analysis. So in case you get to listen about this term, which is statistical data analysis, so that is the other name for a clustering technique. Don't get confused anytime in case in the exam you just get some term like that. So don't get confused that I haven't studied about this. This is just the other name for a clustering technique. Okay. Hey Imran. Very good evening. Welcome to the session. Okay. Now let's take a very quick real world example of the clustering. Okay, let's take a quick example. See, we all visit malls, right? In your areas you have the malls and you all might have visited the malls, right? So what happens in a shopping mall? So whenever you visit a shopping mall, so you see that all the similar kind of a data is grouped in one place. Kind of, let's say all the t-shirts will be present at one place, all the trousers will be present at other section, right? In a similar way, there will be a kids section, that will be a separate section. For the women's, it will be a separate section. For men's, it will be a separate section. If you go to other sections, a vegetable section will be alag, will be different, right? Into which you will be having the fruits also, the vegetables also, right? So everything is being separated and everything is being present onto separate sections, right? That is what is a real world example of clustering. Because how are they separate? Because all of those are having the similar kind of the behaviors, right? In the shape, in the looks, they are similar, right? Vegetables onto the behavior, they are similar. So that is how it is, like the clusters have been made in, and that is how all of the things have been grouped accordingly over the same. Right, so that is how now you visit this channel only. If you visit the playlist section, so under the playlist section you have all the playlists different, right? All the Python, data science, and for GATE DSAI you have a separate playlist. For the statistics you have a separate playlist, right? For machine learning you have a separate playlist. For operating systems you have a separate playlist. So that is how all this clustering is being done. That is another real life example for your clustering, right? So this is one of the most important things. Now there are some uses of this technique, right? Now clustering is used a lot because every time you have to separate up the things, you are going to use a clustering. Now what are the common uses of the clustering technique? So see, first you can say it is kind of a market segmentation. Market segmentation is something which is too much in the market area. Clustering is used too much. And absolutely, yeah, I just give the example also that if you want to separate up all the clothes, t-shirts, trousers, alright, maybe the ethnic wear for the women's and everything, that is all present at one place, right? Grouped in one places. So yeah, second is you can just do a statistical data analysis is one of the most good thing which is being used out, statistical data analysis. See, statistical data is also one of the general usage of your clustering. And see, like what are the statistical data you are having, that is grouped together, right? You just get the mean, median, modes. So you just group up all of these together, and that is how it works. Fine. Next, you are having a social network analysis. Social network analysis, right? You can go with the image segmentations. Image segmentation, and like that you are having many things. So I'll just write etc. Okay. Now, if you talk about the social networking sites which are right away in the market, you all might have used Amazon, right? So, what Amazon actually uses of the clustering technique. Amazon that uses of the clustering technique, and Amazon into its recommendation system, it is used for providing the recommendations as per the past search of the product. So you get the, okay, let's say you have searched out something. Maybe you want to buy shoes and you search out shoes over the Amazon, right? So now next time when you are gonna open it, it will recommend you that particular things, maybe onto your other social medias also, right? It is gonna recommend you about that shoes which you have searched from Amazon. You get a lot of recommendation over your different social media sites. Okay, if you search something on the Amazon, you will also get the different that searches onto different social medias where you can just see the shoes pictures and everything. You all might have seen that, right? So that is where this Amazon is using this particular clustering technique over there. Okay, the Amazon recommendation system, it uses the clustering. Second is, you all see a lot of web series over Netflix, web series, movies you see over Netflix, right? So Netflix also uses the clustering technique for recommending up your movies, the web series to its users. As you have watched out the previous, whatever will be your watch history, according to that, it is going to recommend you more web series, more movies, that similar kind of the things, right? So how does that happen? That has happened with the help of the clustering techniques, right? So Amazon, Netflix, these kind of your apps, these kind of the social medias and everything, they are using the clustering over their platforms to give in the recommendations, right? So yes, everyone, are you clear about the clustering, that in real life how is it used, what are the real life examples where it is actually getting implemented and everything? Are you all clear with the same? Yes, everyone, are you all clear with that first of all what clustering is? Second, about what are the places where it is being implemented, and even the real world examples like where it is getting implemented. Okay, Imran, what about the rest, everyone? Okay, Harshit. Rest, guys, are we clear? Okay, so the clustering methods. Now let's talk about the clustering methods which we have. Okay, I'll be starting on with what are the different clustering methods. Okay, so clustering methods. So first of all the methods which we have under the clustering, those are divided in two types. The very first one is your hard clustering and second one is your soft clustering. Okay, all the clustering methods are divided into two different parts, hard clustering and soft clustering. Okay, what does hard clustering consist of? It consists of the data points which belong to only one group. Okay, I would just write data points belong to only one group. And if I talk about the soft, so here the data points belong to another group also. So I would just write data points belong to another group also. So these are two types of first order clustering methods that are being divided, right? Hard so one group means that okay, okay, let's take that shopping mall example only. Okay, so in the shopping mall, what happens? Your let's say if we talk about the men's section clothes, right? So under the men's section clothes, we have the division that jackets are at other place, the t-shirts are at other place, trousers are at other place, and the things like that are present, right? But there are some clothes which are giving you a set of t-shirt and trouser both, right? Which have your set of shirt and pants together, right? So that are the complete sets which you are having and you just buy those. So what happens? I have clustered about the t-shirts, trousers, everything differently. That is the one group. But when other I have in terms of the complete set of t-shirts and trousers, so that is where we will say that it is a soft one, right? And hard is it belongs to only one group. Let's say I have a data. I have the data, let's say, of the frozen items. Into the mall you visited and you just bought the frozen items, kind of the ice creams. Let's say there is a group for the ice creams. So ice creams will belong to only one group. That is that ice cream group only. Fine. But in case I talk about the other, as I was talking about the men's clothes, right? So there you might have the other groups also. That can belong to another group also, right? Kind of under just only a t-shirts and trousers group, you find a t-shirt and trousers. But there is one group also, let's say, which is a group for the sets, right? So under sets, you find a set for the t-shirt and trouser both, right? So these t-shirts and trousers are belonging to two different groups. One is a t-shirt group and second is a set group also. So when you are having only one group, that is your hard clustering. When that data point belongs to more than one group, that is soft group. So that is soft clustering. Clear with that, Aditya? Yeah, Harshit, one cluster, right? Umakant, hey Umakant, welcome to your live stream. Clear with that, Aditya? Okay, perfect. Okay, so yeah, that is what. Now, there are a lot of clustering methods which are used in the machine learning. Okay, so I'll just name all those clustering methods to you one by one, and we'll be starting with those in detail. The very first one is partitioning clustering. Okay. The very first is partitioning clustering. Now, see, this is a kind of a clustering technique that divides the data into non-hierarchical groups. Now, what do you mean by non-hierarchical? Can anyone help me? What do you mean by non-hierarchical group? Hey Mikesh, welcome to the live stream. Yes, anyone, can you help me that what do you mean by non-hierarchical group? What is a hierarchy? Just help me out with this. Everyone, what do you mean by a hierarchy? Or maybe what do you mean by non-hierarchical groups? Give me any answer. Yeah, just everyone let me know very quickly. And guys, very soon from 21st, means from day after tomorrow, we'll be starting the practicing of the questions also. Okay. So today I'll be scheduling up the further classes. So into those further classes, I will just get your classes scheduled for the practice questions. So I request everyone that now everyone just do join regularly the classes. Okay, everyone just do join regularly the classes, because now it's been starting with the practicing questions too. So it is important. We are coming with a generative AI also very soon, in next 2-3 days only. We will be starting with a generative AI thing also. I'll be having a lecture onto that. So just stay tuned on the channel. A lot of more things are being coming over the channel. Okay. The pyramid-like structure. Yeah, Aditya, that's true. It is a kind of a pyramid-like structure, right? Okay, Umakant. Hierarchical means a small clustering, a small cluster then larger group. Small cluster than larger, like tree-like structure. Yes, absolutely right, everyone. So hierarchical is something where you get a tree kind of a structure, right? You can make a family hierarchy, right? Let's say your cousins, maybe your uncle, the son and daughter of that uncle, right? Further, you might have studied about the blood relations a lot into your 7th, 8th, 9th classes, right? So that is a hierarchy, right? So partition clustering is that it divides the data into non-hierarchical groups. Means the groups which further cannot be classified. The groups that further cannot be classified, that are called as a non-hierarchical group. Hierarchy is something that can further be classified, and it is a tree-like of a structure, right? But when I talk about the non-hierarchical, so that cannot be further classified. So partitional clustering is that it helps you to divide the data into non-hierarchical groups which cannot be further divided. Consisting levels, right Mikesh, right. So this particular, for the partition clustering, the most common example is your K-means clustering. K-means. For the partitional clustering, the most common example is the K-means clustering. Now, everyone might know about the K-means algorithm, right? We have discussed about the K-means a lot into one of the classes. We have seen too much in detail about the clustering algorithm, right? So, sir, K-means. So, everyone let me know about the K-means, some things about, some pointers about the K-means algorithm. Can you all help me out with the same? Like showing a family dynasty tree. Yeah, absolutely right, Harshit. A family dynasty tree kind of a structure. Yeah, right, Mikesh. We have studied about the K-means. So everyone help me out with the K-means a little bit, guys. Like, what do you have in the K-means? What do you do in the K-means? I just wanted to see that how many of you remember that K-means thing which we have already done previously. Because K-means clustering is the most common example for the partitional clustering. Calculating the mean of distance from a centroid. Absolutely right, Mikesh. Harshit, we have to find out the centroid and the clusters by finding Euclidean distance. Absolutely right, you find that Euclidean distance, right? Under the K-means. What next? Okay, absolutely right. That is what you do in the K-means. You have a K, you have to find the value for a K. For in the starting, you just take random value of K according to your own choice, right, and cluster them by comparing the Euclidean distance. Absolutely right, right? This is the process that you do in the K-means clustering. You just take a value for the K, you work with that particular thing, you find the distance, the nearest distance, the Euclidean distance between the nearest points, and whatever the cluster is having the highest and the nearest distance, highest data points and the nearest distance, that you put the like whatever the point you have to figure it out, that particular point you put that in the respective group and you say that it is belonging to a group number A or group number B. Exactly the same thing is done in the K-means clustering also. Your data depending on value of K. Centroid sector, absolutely true, absolutely true, Mikesh and Harshit, absolutely right, both of you. So what happens under the K-means clustering, guys? Here your data set that you are having, it is divided into a set of K groups, right? So that K, it is exactly used to define the number of the predefined groups, right? The cluster center that is created in such a way that the distance between your data points of one cluster, those doesn't like is exactly the minimum value, absolutely compared to the other cluster. Same thing that you do, you just take the K value or the centroid over there, same thing you just take in that particular, instead of K value you say that as a cluster value. Nothing difference you have under the same. Aditya, K nearest neighbors and K means, yeah, absolutely right. Aditya, these are somewhat same only. Right, these are the same only, Aditya. Okay. Clear everyone about this partition clustering? Everyone clear about the density based clustering? Okay, Aditya. What about the rest, everyone? And guys, do share this live stream with your friends if you haven't done it till now. It will really help them also to join in the classes, get the best out of these classes, learn a lot of things. Do share these live streams, okay? And very soon, from day after tomorrow, from 21st, we will be starting with the questions also. So make sure that you are joining regularly. We'll be going through the different kind of the questions which are being asked into your gate and kind of the things, okay? So do join regularly, everyone, now. So density based clustering, right? This is the other type of clustering technique which we have, that is density based clustering. Okay, Abhinav? Fine. Let's move and let's see with these, right? So density based clustering method, what happens? It connects up your whatever the highly dense areas are there. It connects all of them into the clusters. Okay, it connects all of those highly dense areas into the clusters, right? And different kind of the distributions are formed, right? So it means that whatever is a dense region, whatever the area is the most dense region, it just like forms a shape of that respective algorithm, that respective area. Fine. So now what is done this algorithm? So into this algorithm, it does that particular, it identifies the different clusters in the data set. First, it identifies the different clusters in the data set and connects the areas of the high densities into the cluster. Whatever the areas are having of the high density, okay, it is going to connect all of those high density into the clusters, right? So the dense area which you are having up into the data space, those are divided from each other, right? Those are divided from each other. So simply what it does, whatever the area is having the most values, whatever the area is having of the higher values, it just connects and like it just shapes up those higher values data and it just separates both of those. I'll just show you a quick kind of a example over here so that you get in the idea also. So let's say, just a second. Okay, sorry. Let me just take a color over here. Yeah, let's say we are having this one color and we are having these red points clustered up over here, or these red points are being like made up at this particular place. So this is how, let's say, a lot of red color points have been made at this particular place, right? Those are actually clustered up over here. So yeah, this is how this particular clustering is being done for these different data points, right? Now let's, in the similar manner, I have one more color with me. I would just take a new color. Let's say, okay, let's go with the green. Right, now let's say I have this one more clusters of the data which is green in color. Okay, I am just drawing it separate so as to explain you, but yeah, into the real time it is not kind of a separate thing, right? Into the real one you will be having these like mixed with each other, and what you will do, you will first of all find and separate up these clusters. First of all, the very first method that you will be doing is you will be separating up all of these clusters. Now what, okay, one second. Hey Priya, welcome to the session. Mikesh, how are points considered in a particular points neighborhood? See, Mikesh, based over the colors, right? Here see, you can just differentiate between and just make up these clusters of the points based over the color of them, right? You can just do this based over the color of these, all of the data points which you are having up. Fine. Apart from this, in the other examples, how do you do these particular things? You just have either the behavior will be same, either the color will be same, or the shape of these will be same. So accordingly, you can just find in that what respective factor is similar in both of these clusters, right? Some or the other will surely be the same. Either take it your behavior, take it the color, take it the shape, or take it the identity. Anything would be similar between two things, and that is how you just differentiate and make the clusters of those. So now in this what will happen, it will make the arbitrary shape of these. So see, whatever it will find are the most the data points which are present in the outer side, it will just combine all of those data points. See, in this manner, like this, right? See, as in like over this graph, these are not being made that very correctly, but what it does, it simply makes an arbitrary kind of a structure. I would just remove this once. Give me a minute. Not like this. I would just define it another way. So see, what it will do, it will connect all of these data points with each other, and once every data point is connected, now that area will be a sharp area, just like this. When I am connecting all of these data points, so each and every point, wherever I am connecting, These all points are in a sharper way, right? These all are in the sharper way. So yeah, this is how, see, it will be completely connected with each other, and this is an arbitrary structure which is being made out, right? Yeah, absolutely right, Tushar. Into the edges it will be done. Absolutely right. According to the edges it will be done. Similar if I do with the red one, sorry. Similarly, I'll do with the red one. So let's say this, and let's say it gets connected over here, then it gets over here, kind of like this. Absolutely. All the edges for this will be connected with each other. And that is how you work with the particular thing. That is how you just exactly work with all of these values, all of these things in the particular place. I'll just, let's say I would just remove these outer ones. Oh, 1 second. Right, let's say this I removed, and this is a kind of arbitrary shape now, which I got up over here just after making up this, and this is what density based clustering is. Okay, Mikesh, if there are more data points, more points in a particular area, it is considered as, yeah, absolutely right, Mikesh. If there are more points in a particular area, that is absolutely considered as a dense for you. Absolutely right. This is how this density based clustering works out, right? This is how the density based clustering works out. So yeah, this is how it exactly goes and exactly works, right? Everyone clear with the same, that how does the density model based clustering works? Density based clustering, let's say that's the thing. Answers, everyone clear? Okay, Arjun, perfect. What about the rest, guys? Clear, everyone? IPL final match. Okay, no. Okay, can you help me out with the IPL final match, or what exactly you are not getting? See here in the density based clustering, what happens? Wherever it is going to find that this is a dense area, okay, wherever it will see that there are a lot of data points, right? So there, what will happen, that all the points which we are having up over here, right, according to all of those particular points, it will make the groups, it will make the arbitrary particular places for the same, right? Now if I give example, let's say I have a few data points like this, few data points like this also, but it will not make any kind of a structure for these. It will not make any arbitrary shape. The places where it will find is the dense area, it will only make the shapes at that respective floors only. That is what density based clustering is. Wherever it finds that it is a dense, it will work onto that dense portion. Okay. Now am I clear with that IPL final match highlights? Perfect. So next we are having the distribution model based clustering. Okay. Now under this, what happens here, we work with a little bit of probability thing. Now how does it work with the probability? So probability goes कि this distribution model based clustering, under this clustering method which we are having, so data into this is divided based on the probability of how a data set belongs to a particular distribution. There is a particular distribution for all the data sets, right? So how is that belonging to a particular distribution? How that data set belongs to a particular distribution. That is what you get under this model based clustering. Okay, that the data is divided here onto the based on the probability of how a data set belongs to a particular distribution. right? So the grouping over here, that is done by the assuming. Okay, it is done by the assumption over here. Fine, it is done completely by the assumption for the same. That is what comes under your distribution model based clustering. Clear, everyone? Clear, everyone? What do you do under distribution model based clustering? You just simply have to work over here with the model based clustering method over here, and in here what happens, the data just get divided based on the probability of how a data set belongs to a particular distribution. That is it. Fine, Mikesh. Okay, let's talk about this hierarchical clustering. This is also one of the important techniques as well, and one of a different technique also. Okay, let's talk about the hierarchical clustering. So what happens? So the hierarchical clustering is something which can exactly be used kind of an alternative kind of a thing you can use. And for what as an alternative you can use? You can use as the alternative for your partition clustering. I told you about the partitioning clustering where we had the Kmeans clustering, right? I told you about this. So hierarchical clustering can also be used as an alternative for that partitioning clustering. Sure, Mikesh, just give me 5 to 10 minutes. I'll tell you how to make those, okay? So yeah, I was talking about hierarchical clustering, right? So it is a kind of an alternative which can be used in the place of the partition clustering also. Okay. So in this technique, what do we do? A data set we are having, and that respective data set is divided into the different clusters. Okay, it is divided into different clusters, which helps you to create up a tree-like structure. Okay, it helps you to create a tree-like structure that is known as your dendrogram. Okay. So under this technique, there is a data set which is divided into the clusters, which helps you to create up a tree-like structure, right? That is also known as your dendrograms. Okay, that is known as your dendrograms. Let's see how these dendrograms are exactly made out. Okay, I'll take a different color, let's say, as of now. Let's go with the blue. Okay, let's say I have these things with me. I'm not sure will I be able to draw correct one also or not. But see, this is how a dendrogram is exactly made actually. Here you are having these different points, and like these are divided kind of like this, right? Again here you will be having this. It will maybe have a few points kind of these points. This will also have a few points. Okay. Let's say we have this, and this is also further divided into the other parts. Let's say like this, right? We have this, and this is also, let's say, further divided. And this also we have the further divisions, this kind of like this, and yeah, this is all what it goes on further and further, right? See, this is how this respective hierarchical clustering look like. And let's say on to the other part, we are having something which is made in a kind of a clustering thing like this, right? Where it is just further divided kind of like this, and maybe here you are having the endings of the things. Here also, let's say you are having, see, this is something a hierarchical clustering look like. This is also that onto the like, see, this is only known as your dendrograms. This is a diagram which I have told you now. If you have to say this is a dendrogram. Okay. Mikesh, based on data points, how to draw based. Okay, see, Mikesh, I would what I'll do now, I'll just get up with a few points tomorrow. Okay, for tomorrow I'll just get up with a few points, and then I'll exactly let you know how to draw this dendrogram based on the data points also. Will that work, Mikesh, if you can just wait for one day? Because I need to even have a few points, then only I can help you out at how to draw with this with the points. So can I help you out with this particular thing tomorrow by having a few data points and then drawing this dendrogram? Does that works, Mikesh? If you wish, you can ask ChatGPT also. That's not a thing. Just the thing is that as of today, I don't have data points. I need to find in those that might I have in my laptop, but not the laptop which I am using. Okay, because I'm just using some other laptop as well for like regular things, and other for the this live sessions and the things. So I don't have any data points into this particular one, right? So I'm just like, I just don't want to waste the time over here in the live class. That's why I was just thinking, if I can get you the data points tomorrow, I can help you out with the like dendrogram making also. Does that work with you, Mikesh? If you can just wait for one day. Okay, fine. Okay, then I'll just allow me 2 minutes. I'll just complete this. We are just left with one fuzzy clustering. Okay, just let me finish that, and then I'll just help you out with the sample data points and the dendrogram. Okay, just give me 2 minutes. Okay, fine. Next, we are having up this as a fuzzy clustering. Okay, next we're having up over here as a fuzzy clustering, right? So see, it is just a method into which you have the data objects and they might belong to more than one group of clusters. Now see, that I told you about the one or more group of clusters, that I already told you in previous thing, that when we might have a few cases where it is actually a soft method where your data points might belong to one or more clusters, right? So that is where you just use this fuzzy clustering, right? That is the particular place where you just use the this fuzzy clustering, where it belongs to different clusters, where one data point belongs to different clusters, right? So everyone clear with the same? Everyone, are we clear with this fuzzy clustering, guys? Okay, Ashish. Okay, Mikesh. What about rest? Abhinav ma'am, fuzzy logic and genetic algorithm is part of machine learning. Right, yeah, Abhinav. Fuzzy logic and a genetic algorithm, these are the part of machine learning only. Yeah, these are the part of machine learning. Okay, fine. I would just now explain about that dendrogram, that how to make a dendrogram. Okay. Dendrogram, let's say. Okay. Now let's say I have two different points with me. Okay. Let's say one I have pink in color. Okay. Second I have, let's say, blue in color, which is kind of C, D, E, F. Right. Let's say these are the points which I have in terms of the different values in the dendrograms. Let's say D, E, F, G kind. Okay. Now see, if I have to make a dendrogram for these, okay, the very first thing is that I have to make a dendrogram for these. So you know that there we are having two different data points. One point we are having which is pink in color, AB. Second we are having which are blue in colors. Two different data points I am having over here. Fine. So how I am gonna make these points, and how I will define and make this dendrogram for all of these points, right? Let's see. So see, first of all we will see how are these points different. See, AB is different from CD, E, F, G. So I can say, you know that in dendrograms we are having these two. The topmost is having two. Then further these topmost are being divided into the further things. Right? This is how dendrogram is exactly made. So we know that the very first is this particular kind of this structure, which divides it into two portions. So I have two different colors with me. So I would just make this kind of a structure, the very first thing. Okay. So I am gonna make the structure, let's say, I'll just give in some space also. This and let's say this. Let's say this is the kind of a structure, first of all, the topmost structure which is I have made in. Now I will be dividing it into two parts. Okay, Mikesh, use bottom up approach. It's okay, fine, I'll just use the bottom approach also. So just understand, we are having two different points over here, the A, B, C, D, E, F, G, right? So obviously we'll be having the one of my line of the dendrogram, it will be consisting A and B as the values. So one I will be having kind of A and B. Fine, the very first thing. Other I have the points in the blue color. So now how I am going to define up these points in my blue color which we are having up. So the very first thing is A, B. Next I will be making it in a form of this. Okay. So let's say the very first I am getting over here is C. So I would just write this as C over here. So I'll just use in my blue color only. This is C. Right, just see the data point which I have in. Next data point which I have in, what data point I have in? Okay, let me do one thing. I would just make them in the systematic order so that it doesn't create out any problem for us as well to put them down. So let's say first of all I am having C, then let's say D, E, F, kind of this I am having. So now if I check out the distance, the character very first which I am getting, that I have this C. So I just put down C over here, right? Now moving further, what is my second character? Second character I am having over here as D. So what I am going to do, I am going to divide this second part into two portions. I will be dividing this second part into two portions, right? And for this second part into two portions, I will be putting up my value which is D over here, based over my distances which I am having. C is first, then I have the D. Next I will be having the E. So now this second line which again I have under the D, I would further classify that particular line also. Fine. This next point I will be going through and seeing this. Next one I have the value which is my E value. So I would just put that value as E over here. Right. Now next value which I have is f, and it is stopped at this f only. So what I would do for this, I won't further classify, I would just write f over here. I won't further classify this, I would just, in simple terms, I would just write over here as f. And then what I will be doing up is, I don't have any further points. So I am gonna make two lines over here and divide them, because we are having these two different approaches with us, and I would be working with these two different points. And what I would just do, I just differentiated that with a white line. So even I would make a kind of a white line also here in the between, so as to tell that okay, we were having two different points, and that is how I have just differentiated this. Now if I would have the further values like E, F, G, H, so I might have been differentiating these further values also, right? So that is how you make up this dendrogram. That is how exactly. Here we just have this a small data kind of a structure A, B, C, D, E, F, and that is how you just divided them, you just made them. Mikesh should have marked E and F first because using bottom up approach. Right. Absolutely, Mikesh. I might have used E and F first of all because I was using the bottom up approach. But just as to explain up over here, I didn't use out that respective thing because a lot of people are present up over here, right? And they might not be very able, like very easy to get up the things. But yeah, when you're going to use the bottom approach, you're going to start from the last. E, F, then D, then C, kind of a thing like the back you're going to start in, not from the starting. Okay, so hope you are clear. If you again want a more broader idea, more clear idea about the dendrogram, I'll just come up with a few points tomorrow, a few data points, then I'll explain it more clearly if in case you again require any more explanations in the same. Okay, yeah, perfect. Fine. So I hope guys you all also might have gotten that how do you make up a dendrogram. This is something which can be again asked up into your paper. So everyone just I hope you have listened out how to make this and how does this exactly a dendrogram looks like. Did you all? Okay, perfect, Mikesh, perfect. Got it. Great to hear that. Oh, okay, you're having a semester exam tomorrow. So hope you will join in the evening, right? Okay, great, fine. Yeah, so guys, this is what we had in terms of the clustering. Further, we are having up a few clustering algorithms also that we will not be discussing in today. I'll be taking that further classification algorithms into tomorrow class in detail. Okay, where we'll be seeing there are a few kind of a clustering algorithms also that we need to discuss up in detail so that you get an idea of those also, right? We are having Kmeans clustering, mean shift clustering, right? So like a few we are having in terms of 4-5. In that the most famous is the Kmeans clustering only, but I'll give you about those ideas a little bit in tomorrow's session, not today. Fine. So yeah, that is what we had in. So everyone let me know, people, do you have any questions or any queries in terms of today's class, whatever we have discussed? Do you people have any questions, any queries which you want to ask me out? Is everything clear to you all? Because clustering is something a very important topic in terms of your exams, right? And about the solving of the questions and the MCQs, I'll be coming up with that from 21st. So I might go in a way, in a week I'll take 1 or 2 sessions either of the question that will only consist, that classes will only consist questions, or I will go in a manner कि every day we'll be solving 2 to 3 questions. So you people suggest how you want me to take. 1 or 2 complete 1.5 hours lectures for the questions, or every day 4 to 5 questions in the ending. You suggest how do you want me to go in this. In one go you want me to solve up the 10-15 questions in maybe twice a week, or every day 4 to 5 questions. Okay, fine Vikesh, fine. Just giving me your ideas guys so that I can just move ahead with the same only. Tomorrow is my seminar, ma'am. Oh my god, I'm not able to Okay, bless. Oh, Umakant, that's absolutely wonderful. May first of all, many congratulations for your seminar, and I'm pretty sure you're gonna do very, very good. And see, like, my blessing, that will always be with you people, guys. In every case, it will be there only. Okay, but literally, you do not need my blessings. You're gonna rock in tomorrow's seminar. I'm pretty sure with the same. So yeah, all the best, and do come tomorrow and let me know how was your seminar. Okay. Yes, everyone, tell me, how do you want me to take the questions? Or should I take it on my own only? Whatever I feel like is okay, I'll go with that. And Umakant, from you, I'll take all the details of the seminar in tomorrow's class. Okay, tomorrow let me know that what was the seminar all about, how was it, everything. Just let me know that thing in tomorrow's class. So do join also. Okay. Today I have some other things as well, so that is the why I won't ask you this question. I'll ask you tomorrow. Okay, I'll just get all the details for the session from tomorrow in the class. Fine. So see, I would just take it in my way only. I'll just think it according to my own thing, that how should I proceed in with the questions, and then we'll be starting the questions practice from 21st. So everyone, first thing is, remember, we'll be starting with the question series very soon. And second thing is that you all do share these live streams as much you can with your friends, so that they can also get to know about the classes, what is exactly going in the classes, and they can also join in for solving of the questions and even for the concepts too. Okay. So it's a request to everyone, and do join regularly. Classes have been already scheduled. For tomorrow also you already have the classes scheduled. So do join, guys. And fine, that is all from my end for today. In case you people don't have anything, I'll be closing in the session for tomorrow, for today. Okay. So yeah, thank you everyone for being here. Thank you guys for attending in the class. I'll see you all tomorrow same time, 7 p.m. in the evening, with some other things for you all. And till then, thank you. Do a lot of study. Do as much practice as you can. And yeah, have a great evening ahead, all of you. Bye bye and take care, guys.